This is 6.3, activity 4 in your practice journals. So we are going to practice using ratio tables. So previously you had been using models. So it had asked you to model this first. So I'll do the model first and then you'll double check with our ratio table. So your model for A, you start with 0% and your 100%. And it asks me what number. So I know that's my part. So what number is 6%? So there's my percentage of 30, and that's my whole. So 30% is my whole, and I'm looking for 6%. So I think to myself, what are some benchmark percentages that I know? All right, I can do 50%. I split that in half. I can also do 10%, which is close to 6. And if I split this into 4 pieces here, so 1, 2, 3, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So this right here is 10. And then I ask myself, what is 10% of 30 or 30 split into 10 pieces? That gives me 3. So I know 10% is 3. I want to figure out what 6% is. So if 10% is 3, like we said, 5% would be about half, so 1.5. So I know my answer is going to be in between 1.5 and 3. And that's about as close as you're going to get with modeling. So you should have some answer like that. And then with my ratio table, I can know exact. So I set up with my part and my whole. So I have 6 over 100 because that's the fraction of 6%. And then as I have identified my what number, that's my part, of 30, that's my whole. And then I simply cross multiply and divide. So I take 6 times 30, which gives me 180, and then I divide that by 100, which gives me 1.8. And is that in between 1.5 and 3? Yes, it is. All right, so that will give me my answer, 1.8. Hooray. All right, let's move on to part B. And so I'll make a model of what your model should have looked like. So I've got my 0% and 100%. And this was going to be 30 because this is my whole of 30. And this is 0. So I'm going to do the same thing. So it's asking me 65%. So I can combine, I know what 50% is, and I can figure out what 10% is. 1, 2, 4. So here's 10%, which I know is 3. So then 60% here, I would add 3 again. So my 50 is 15, because that's half of 30. So then if 60% is 18, then 70% is going to be 21. And it's asked me for 65, and 65 is going to be right in between. So my answer is going to be perfectly in between 18 and 21. So I'm assuming that would be 19, maybe 19 and a half. Okay, so I double check that by using my ratio table, which I can figure out exact. So I would take 65 times 30, divide by 100, because I am cross multiplying, dividing, to find my answer. So I take 65 times 30, which equals 1,950, divide by 100, which equals 19.5, exactly in between 18 and 21. So that is my answer.